All right, we are back for episode 7 of this lovely show that we have been running. I have all my great friends with me to talk about sports.
That is right. We
Sports
have
now.
a very, very special guest on our squad. Give it up for
Cameron
Mr. Cameron
Bulls.
Bulls, a close friend of ours,
Uh,
Another
Thank you
guess.
all.
and a loyal viewer, may I add. He provides commentary on what we're doing right. This man is a loyal fan, so we knew we needed to have a fan on here.
He's probably our
Uh,
most loyal viewer, I'd imagine. I don't know who else.
Honestly, I think my grandma has watched every single minute of every single episode. So
I
Really?
yeah,
guess we
shout out
know. I guess we
Barbara.
know next week's episode. Guest.
Yeah, we need to have
Dude,
your
they
we need
already
Your grandma, yeah.
we need to have your grandma on here.
God. All
Hey,
right.
I'll take the silver medal. Thank you for the warm welcome. You guys see me digging around in the comments.
Yeah. Oh, we see you. All right.
But yeah, it's nice to round out the starting five. So thank you
Absolutely.
for having me.
We can
Of
make a
Of
course.
full
course.
offensive line right now.
That's so true.
That's right.
My side's getting crushed.
Yeah, unfortunately, whoever
Well, we'll just throw
is
you
on
in the
John.
middle. You could be the center.
Yeah, snap the ball, John. You have a good arm. You have a good spiral.
I'm lasting one snap.
All righty. Well, what a week it was for week beautiful 3. A lot of stuff happened per usual, as every week does. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about the we didn't talk about the Jets and the Patriots game last week, right?
Mhm.
No, we recorded on
All
No.
right, let's get into it. Let's start with
Thing,
game 1.
things definitely happened for sure.
So, not an exciting game at all. Aaron Rodgers played a lot better, which was nice. But
Sure.
however, if you own Garrett Wilson in fantasy, um, he's really boring to watch, and I hope he
What
needs
about
more yards
what
because
about Brees Hall though? Brees
He got a
Hall,
touchdown though. Garrett Wilson got his touchdown.
That's
he
very
did
true.
finally.
There you go.
Brees Hall and Braylon Allen
I
looking
was
good
about to
together.
say Hunter is cooking with the Braylon Allen pick because I went and grabbed him in a league
Great
this week.
great handcuff. I also
Great
grabbed him.
handcuff. I mean, great pick. Really.
Yeah.
I mean,
He,
Rodgers was just comfortable in the pocket, no real pressure at all. So you let a guy like Rodgers comfortable in his space to just go to work. That's what happens. I mean, it's the Patriots, so
That's true. That is
it's
very
hard to
true.
judge with this because
The Mario Douglas slander. It's just the Patriots. Are you kidding me?
Demario Douglas.
did any of us pick Patriots?
No,
not since Trevor week 1, which he was right.
he was Trevor
Tre-
Cooks.
that's
Trust me.
crazy.
Trevor,
He was right on that.
I mean, he bets on Boston always,
Yeah,
so
always.
Shout out Trevor.
But yeah,
yeah.
shout out Big T.
I gotta say,
I think we should have Trevor every
speaking
episode.
speaking of Big T, Tyler Conklin's season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got
Tyler. Oh
released.
yeah. Actually did
So
something.
he's probably on waivers in like nearly every league.
Mhm.
I, for one, have always respected Tyler Conklin. I've had him on a couple of my benches across leagues, but
I disrespect him.
why?
Disrespected.
What did he do to you?
I don't know.
Hunter Henry
He's chilling.
sucks. Ramondre Stevenson.
After Henry. John,
Ramondre Stevenson
John,
sucks.
John, go to the box score.
The positive here for those guys is that it's only up from here. Like, how much worse can Ramondre and Hunter Henry get?
True.
Dude, the Patriots are such a crapshoot.
Yeah, that they definitely do smell like poop.
Some guy goes off every week and you have no idea who it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's very true.
Most you can't rely on like any of them.
Yeah, I mean, I would
I mean,
say
I feel like you could say that about the Jets offense. I mean, Brees is going to get his touches, but who's the consistent player on the Jets?
Sure, sure.
Very true.
Apart from Brees.
It should be Garrett Wilson, but it's not.
maybe Aaron Rodgers. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it should be Garrett Wilson, but Lazard's also a thing there.
Yeah, he's been scoring a lot of touchdowns. He has 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
I mean, that was Rodgers' guy back in Green Bay. I mean, he made countless touchdown throws to him
yeah.
in Green
But,
Bay.
I
So
mean, Garrett Wilson easily out targets all of them. He just doesn't get the exciting work. So
true.
we'll
Very,
have
very
to
true.
see.
But yeah, boring game for sure. You knew that. I said they were going to win by 20. I did say that.
Yeah, it was never close.
Barely.
Yeah.
Cardinals
Ramondre
and the
cooked so many
Lions.
Oh,
plays.
this game was unfortunate.
So I have my own opinions about certain things that occurred in this game.
What are they?
Gotcha.
We give them.
Just talking about the players, Marvin Harrison is still that guy, 11 targets. If you have
Yeah.
Marvin
I
Harrison,
mean,
he'll
Marv
be
is the GOAT.
forever.
Marv.
Um, Kyler did fine. Fine. He didn't do great, but he did fine.
What do you think
But
of Michael Wilson?
you know what? I can't not talk about it. That pick six that we had, yeah, that was a pick six every single day of the week. Um,
That
yeah,
was tough.
literally
Yes.
that's a game-changing interception because obviously you see the final score.
Yeah,
Not great.
I was looking up the highlights for the Lions Cardinals, and I saw like three articles where it said that the Lions dominated. Just completely wrong. This is a 7 point game. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
the Lions just ran all over the Cardinals, and
Yeah,
that's the way it went.
105 yards.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it was a 7 point game, really. If you actually watch the game, the Lions did dominate. I'm not gonna lie. From here on out, I think any team that plays the Cardinals start their running back immediately. Start the running back immediately. Justin Jones, the defensive tackle, is out for the season with a tricep injury. So, uh, one of my locks for the week is that Brian Robinson Jr. for the Commies has a
The
nice little
commies.
the RB10 game, top 10.
I hope
Okay.
so.
Oh,
Uh,
I can see that happening.
that's
Yeah.
that's an early lock. I'm gonna also like slash could be Devin Singletary because the Cowboys.
Ooh, great
We'll
pick.
get there, but the Cowboys also have a trash run defense. But yeah, start Brian Robinson, start Devin Singletary,
Slash.
Yeah,
slash.
I like that. Sweet slash.
my only other
Slash.
comment from this game is Michael Wilson got a pretty decent amount of use, which is nice. He's also like
Yes.
awesome.
I mean,
So
I think that's attributed to Greg Dortch being like limited with the hammy injury.
yeah,
Also,
I don't know. Dortch gets
also
used.
Brian Branch decapitated Trey McBride, so I don't know the status on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Sam Laporta's ankles are the equivalent of to his head. So you might want to start Brock Wright.
oh my
Not start,
gosh.
not start. I'm not going to go
Like I'll
that
pick
far.
him up.
Pick him up
Yeah.
potentially. Just monitor the Laporta situation.
Yeah, time
And
to go pick him up right now.
pretty much all I got to say. Because
Well,
tight
yeah,
ends
on the
suck this year. Tight ends suck this year. So you're looking,
They suck every year, but
you're
this year's
hurting
10
for
times
value.
worse.
So.
Okay, time to go pick up Brock
Oh,
Wright.
James Conner just also had the Ramondre effect.
yeah,
A whopping 17 yards is awesome.
yeah, we couldn't run any. Every time he got the ball, it was he just got tackled immediately.
Yeah.
The Ramondre effect.
The
The
Ramondre
Ramondre.
effect.
Me when the Ramondre effect happens.
So the Cleveland Browns are really good at football.
Dude, shout out Malik Neighbors. I mean, what a goat.
Yeah,
Malik.
so I'm gonna be
What an
honest.
absolute
I was
beast.
pretty low on Neighbors coming into the season
That's
because
crazy.
I don't like rookie receivers. One, I don't like the New York Giants, and I don't like Daniel Jones. So
Yeah,
fortunately, he was all three of those. Um,
yeah, that's unfortunate.
he's doing
I
well,
was
which is
I was
fantastic.
grabbing neighbors wherever I could. That's
Yeah, I was like, there was one draft where I got him pretty late, and I was pretty excited about that because he is the number one receiver right now. So
he's my
go
dynasty
Neighbors,
goat.
baby.
Yeah,
He is
so
my
is
dynasty goat.
Demario Douglas is the number one receiver on the Patriots, and look at him
I'm saying he's the number one receiver with
in
fantasy
fantasy.
right
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
So John just got wrecked. I'm just kidding.
Amari Cooper had a great game. I don't know if I'm going out and trading for him, but
Oh my
he
God.
actually had a decent game. So
Oh,
that was not decent, great. It was a great game, but I just don't think I could trust anyone on the Browns offense. I'm not gonna lie.
So real.
yeah,
Cooper over.
definitely another offense that I'd have trouble putting any trust in.
And yeah, the only player I would start would be like Jerome Ford and Cooper.
Even then, Jerome Ford just got injured.
Yeah, but he's really tough. So
Oh, okay. Cam, what
I'm
are your
holding.
thoughts on this game?
I mean, I'll double down on that Amari Cooper take. I've played him the first 2 weeks, just duds, and then the 1 week I sit him because like there's no way he's gonna, and then he gets 2 touchdowns.
Double.
Double. But I mean, the Browns allowed 8 sacks, the most QB pressures in the league. and this was a 6 point game. So, I mean, if that didn't decide it, I don't know what did. The
Who'd you
Giants
start
are
over
just,
Cooper?
not a good team either. But when you let that happen, I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
Who'd you
Daniel
start over
Jones did not
Cooper?
look that bad in this game, though.
He had his guy, Malik Neighbors. I mean,
Yeah,
if that connection's going, I think it'll kind of give him opportunities to get back in the game.
true.
I think I'm going to hold my take on the Browns offense until Njoku gets back because I think he can unlock a lot. And then on the other side, I don't know what the Browns' game plan was. It was crazy. They should be doing what teams are doing to Jamar Chase and just bracketing him. Because at this point, Malik Neighbors is easily by far Daniel Jones' number one target. Like that's not even a question.
Hmm.
Why not put two guys on him and that's how you beat the Giants? There you go.
Hmm.
Pretty easy to
True.
be defensive coordinator, in my opinion.
Yeah, real.
That's Cleveland football.
Why aren't
Yeah,
you
that
the
is Cleveland. That is
why,
Cleveland
why aren't you the
football.
coordinator, Hunter?
I declined the job actually.
Oh, okay.
He's
That
got
Dude,
makes
better stuff to do.
yeah.
talk about
He was busy doing
just
this podcast.
absolutely
Who wants to live in Ohio?
only in Ohio. Real. So yeah, Will Levis stinks. I'm gonna make that abundantly clear. Having him in a two quarterback league sucks ass. Because if
Oh,
Daniel
you
Jones is a
you
better quarterback than him, there's
you
an
own,
issue.
you own him in that, bro.
He is my quarterback four, but yes,
Why
he
do you
still
do
sucks.
why do you do two QB leagues?
Because it's a lot more
Because
fun.
because it's the best way to go.
It
Yeah,
is?
it's two quarterback. Well, technically you could put anybody there. It's a quarterback, two running backs, two receiver, three flex, one super flex.
Oh.
So
So
a
real
lot of points.
so really you could have three quarterbacks because you put it in your super flex.
No,
Very
it's
cool
it's two.
information, fellas.
Oh, you
DeAndre
own
Hopkins
I
game.
see.
That's pretty cool. Just last
Yeah.
week I was slandering him, so I'll take that back.
Yeah. Hopkins is really a weird guy.
He's just a weird guy.
He's
What
just a
an
weird guy.
opinion.
He's still incredibly risky. Like honestly, I would
He
never
is
feel
risky.
confident starting
He
him.
he is risky, but he's definitely worth like a pickup, if you need someone maybe to bank on.
I wouldn't
I
bank on him, but I wouldn't bank on anybody on the Titans too
Oh,
because they all
okay.
suck.
I said if you need someone to maybe bank on. I'm not
Um,
putting a lot of trust in him. When you're in dire situations, you gotta trust someone.
yeah, the Titans completely abandoned
You have
their run
something to
game.
say, Griffin?
Nothing. I just like that. I like that. I like that mindset.
Well, I mean, you got to do, so you got to grab
I know.
someone.
Honestly, I like that. I just
Okay.
didn't expect to hear it from you.
Interesting. I'm not sure if that's was to me at all, but
Anyways,
Will Levis is one of the few quarterbacks in the NFL where I look at how many times they got sacked and I realize that half of them are his own fault anyway. Um, because I watched this game, unfortunately.
oh,
I
I'm
did watch
sorry.
it,
okay.
and Will Levis holds on the ball way too long. Way too long.
Well, he's just trying to find the right guy.
Half of those sacks, he could have just thrown the ball away and moved on.
But then he realizes he doesn't have any guys to throw to.
Yeah, and then
I
he
mean, what?
will just throw it to a fan in the stands. At least it doesn't get
Yeah.
the sack.
He's
But
got Hopkins and Boyd, I guess.
he did throw it to a lot of receivers.
And Calvin
Unfortunately,
Ridley.
well, yeah, seeing all those receivers get work and Ridley only having one catch is pretty annoying.
Yeah.
If you
I
own
want to
him.
put some respect on Malik Willis's name. Shout out Malik Willis. But with that said, I think Jordan Love might be coming back this week, so it's going to be awesome to watch that divisional matchup against the Bears. I'm really excited for that. Josh Jacobs
Mhm.
has been kind of disappointing so far this season in terms of fantasy, but
Yeah.
I think that's a I think that's another guy that I really have high hopes to find the end zone this week.
What do you guys think about Emmanuel Wilson?
Think he's a great backup.
He had a good play.
Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty much it. Think he's a great
Hey, I
backup.
just think he's a good backup.
Also, I think Jaden Reed's the one on Green Bay. I'm just going to keep saying that until the end of time.
I like that.
I
I like that
agree.
you're
I
sticking with it.
I have him in a league. I'm starting him this week.
Shout out, bro.
I mean, it was a good feel good for Malik Willis to get his rushing touchdown right off the bat, but it was really the defense that did the work. Like you said, John, 8 sacks and then a pick six, couple field goals that created the gap. There was just no coming back. I do think the Titans are better than their record. I know they kind of stink, but 0-3, part of that's because they played against the Chiefs. Still lost by 7. I don't know. I think that they will start to go closer to 500. 3 or 4 games. We'll see.
Wait, the Titans played the
Okay.
Chiefs. Did I miss that?
Hmm.
Did the
Wait,
Titans play the
You
wait,
said the
which
Titans played the
which week
Chiefs?
did they play the Chiefs?
I don't.
Oh, no. Wait, what am I thinking of?
I don't
Oh
know.
God.
Yeah,
Oh
I
God,
are
it
you
no.
was the
talking about the
Packers, Jets, and
Falcons?
Bears.
Yeah, the Chiefs didn't play the Titans.
I don't
Okay, for
think the
some
Falcons
I
played
don't
the
reason,
think
Chiefs this
I don't think the
week.
Titans have played the Falcons either. Well, I'm tripping, bro. Let's just move on.
yeah.
Real.
It's
Real. Moving on.
okay.
Roshan Johnson, respect. Roshan Johnson. I am
You think
never
so?
wrong. I am just early.
Um, yeah, he
Hmm.
did better than Swift. I wouldn't want any of them, but
Bears are also a crapshoot.
yeah,
Like
I don't know. As a Bears fan, I'd be pretty peeved if my quarterback threw for 363 and they lost. Um, Especially when Richardson didn't really do much of
Dude.
anything.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Um, so that's pretty upsetting, certainly, if you're a Bears fan. I mean, if Caleb keeps throwing that many yards, I wouldn't mind owning some of the Bears receivers.
Oh, oh wow.
God, that
Cole
should be
Kmet's
illegal.
11
What the
targets.
fuck was that?
Sorry. Sorry about. Also, the Chiefs did play the Falcons,
Yeah.
and the
Congrats, bro.
Bengals
10 minutes late with that take.
and the
Yeah, I was about to
Ravens.
say, why are we still talking about the Falcons?
Romo Dunze breakout.
I had to confirm it.
Shout out Rome. I think he's gonna have a spotty season, but hey, it's pretty cool to see the number ninth overall.
Bro's
Out
name
of
is Rome.
Rome.
Thank you,
Wow.
Matthew.
I think
Thank
yeah,
you.
Cole Kmet had his good game for the first few weeks. It'll be 3 more weeks before he does it again. But
That's what I like to call the George Kittle effect.
last year, Cole Kmet was kind of the same way, where he would just explode in certain games. Um, so it's great if you start him, but it's hard to trust him.
The only guy on the Bears that I would feel confident starting week to week is DJ Moore.
I agree.
Simply because one, I don't think in PPR leagues he's had one game under 10 points. Two, he's getting like 9 targets a game on a consistent basis. He just hasn't found the end zone, so it's not really like a star pick. You might actually be able to trade for DJ Moore and just feel good about it. Um, then on the other side, I still like Michael Pittman. I think he's due. He's due for a great game. And I think this is a perfect time to buy low. I keep saying that every week. And one time it'll fucking work. One time it'll pay off. I'll keep saying it till it pays off because he's the one and they just paid him. And why isn't it working? Anthony Richardson just is the least accurate guy, I guess.
Unfortunately, you are correct.
I don't know.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
looked
he's got to play
flustered.
better, but it does help that I mean they didn't really have to throw as much as they would in future games, because Taylor was averaging almost 5 yards
Yeah, I
per
was about to
carry.
say
Yeah.
JT
They
was
just keep
killing
giving
him.
it to him and move on.
I mean, Taylor won
Real.
this game. The Bears defense is just horrible. Can't stop the run. They caught 2 ducks from Williams, and that's about it. I think that Bears receivers should do well while still being spotty at times, just because they're going to be playing from behind all season.
No, I mean I actually disagree. I think the Bears defense is good. I think
Yeah, I was
I,
also
I
gonna say I think the Bears
I think
passing
it's
defense is
more
amazing.
I think it's more a testament to one, the Colts O line and Jonathan Taylor.
Cam, it's fine. I'll back you up. I think they're going to be playing from behind in probably all the games this entire season,
Again, I think that's
um,
more so the offense.
because they don't score any points. So,
So okay, so you agree with me. It's not the defense.
well, they're going to be playing from behind, so they're going to be
Because they
throwing.
couldn't score points,
Yeah,
which is an offensive stat.
yeah, but we're talking about the
Okay,
Bears playing
cool. All
from
right, cool.
behind.
So we're on the same page.
Let's
Shut up.
go, Hunter.
Yeah, I'm not talking
W.
offense
Shout
or
out Dr.
defense.
Dre.
Dude, go Jacks in the
Wow.
chat.
Oh, Texans. Okay, look at
That
you.
was just an awesome conversation.
Embarrassing.
Sam Darnold is him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I love to see him do well. I mean, I saw him on the Jets one Monday night game back when he was on the Jets. I swear I don't even know who he was throwing to because he threw like 4 picks in one game. But him with Justin Jefferson rocks. I mean, Aaron Jones went crazy, but the Vikings defense is nasty. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's what it seems like.
Absolutely. They got a
Mhm.
good squad.
This is where I start to actually evaluate Darnold because Darnold notoriously has 3 good games and then falls off a cliff every year. So I think this is where I'm actually going to start watching him and where I start building my judgment from here because he could have the Baker Mayfield like turnaround, but it's just the first 3 games, so I'm pumping the brakes a little still. Um,
hmm
it's only up from here, I guess, for the Texans. They can't be that bad.
I know it's
Again,
bad,
right?
man.
Right?
Yeah.
Stroud's been
Diggs with
kind of
10 catches. Diggs with 10 catches. That's cool for a
Stroud's
Yeah,
first.
I
been
mean, Nico did well too. I mean, he averaged 21 and a half a catch.
Stroud's been kind of tough to have in fantasy for me at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's interesting.
He's not been getting a lot of points.
he'll turn it around. I mean, with that receiving core, it's pretty hard to continue to do that bad. I'm just more impressed.
Yeah,
Darnold threw 4 touchdowns while passing for less than 200 yards.
he has so many options.
I think you can protect Darnold. He'll stand and deliver. He's in kind of that category of backup quarterback that is playable as long as the line's healthy. So
I
at the
agree.
Texans, there's just no excuse. That was something to see.
And in the long term, I think this actually might be good. Like, say Sam Darnold continues being this good. I think that's great for JJ McCarthy to just sit. And well, he's obviously going to sit just because he has to heal. But say this continues until the next year and Darnold keeps playing, it could be Jordan Love all over again, where he sits a couple years and actually has that time to develop. I'm of the opinion that if Carolina didn't just start Bryce right away and actually let him sit for a year, maybe even 2, he could have played into that number 1 potential, but they absolutely cooked him. But we're not talking about the Panthers right now. I think it's awesome to see Darnold play good. That's pretty much all I got.
I agree. Oh man.
Saints, go Eagles. I got the Eagles money line because they weren't favored, so I took it so
Talk about
fast.
a dumb game, man.
Why was it dumb, Griffin? Tell me.
God, I just the way the Saints played offense just irked me. I don't know. They just weren't. I didn't like. I mean, Alvin Kamara did not do anything. I don't care that he got 87 yards. He ran the ball 26 times. That's bad. Like they were not. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't know what was going on, but Olave finally did something. Thank the Lords. I was happy he caught a touchdown. Still lost that matchup with him in, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, once I
Dallas
saw
Goedert.
Barkley like gash the Saints defense for that touchdown, I knew it was over immediately.
You guys got Dallas Goddard did
Yeah, I mean Dallas Goddard just looked like the goat as well. That was
170, which is
insanity.
pretty awesome.
He was nice to have in fantasy.
Absolutely.
That was tough.
You had him, Matthew?
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
I
Can't be too
did.
upset with
He
that.
did quite well for me.
Hunter, what's your opinion on Jalen Hurts right now?
Jalen Hurts. I think he's a product of his great receiver core, and now that it's dwindling, he's struggling. And then also Lane Johnson, the right tackle, is potentially out. There's not a great word. I know that he didn't practice, but I mean this all just only hurts Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a Goddard owner, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I'm as a Hurts owner in my main league, it's not really exciting. But
Mhm.
I mean, he's gonna have a floor at least going forward just because of that rushing upside. So I mean, that's something that you can hang your hat on. Uh, Also, I would like to say about the Saints offense, this is what happens when you can't hit that deep shot, the Shaheed. They just shut down.
Yeah, dude. 0 for 5. That was terrible.
Once teams learn, hey, maybe we shouldn't let this guy go deep on us, they kind of crumble.
That's real.
Was a Saints hater last week.
It's like
Still a
that.
I
Saints
It's
mean,
hater
like
I
now.
didn't pick the Saints to win this game. I think I picked the Eagles.
No, but yeah, I was talking about the power rankings that came out. And, like you guys overhyped the crap out of the Saints already.
Yeah.
We'll
Mhm.
see. I mean, yeah, I mean, because the Eagles are probably going to be missing Smith now because I don't know if he's gonna come back. It depends on if he clears concussion protocol. But
So, I mean, I think that's great for Goddard again, just because Hertz leans on his star players. He doesn't even like give the time of day to the other guys
Mhm.
on the roster. And I also
Real.
want to say, I think Saquon's like firmly placed himself in Offensive Player of the Year talks. You can
Mhm.
maybe say Justin Jefferson, but I think it's fully in Barkley's hands right now.
I agree. Barkley's been cooking
I mean, he's
every game.
incredible. 15 points in the fourth quarter. You score all your points to win the game with 1 quarter remaining, and that's all thanks to Barkley. I mean, are you worried at all about Hurts stealing any goal line touches? I mean, so far it hasn't been the case, but
Not really. I mean, once tush push kind of crumbles when you don't have the greatest center playing on your team anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it also helps that they didn't have Barkley last year, and they do now. So I feel like they don't really need to.
Sure.
I mean, that's always the worry. I'm sure there's going to be a couple cases where Hurts steals some touchdowns from Barkley, but I don't think
Yeah.
It's not going to be too
I don't
too.
think that's going to be a huge issue because Barkley's going to have his volume
mhm.
Mhm.
regardless. So,
Got those big old
It
quads.
was kind of an issue. Was it like a couple years ago when Sanders was the guy?
Yeah, it was Sanders,
Um,
and then kind of happened to Swift last year.
oh no, it definitely happened to Swift last
Oh
year. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
they took
yeah.
advantage 1,000
So
times.
that's kind of always a risk, but
I
Cool.
remember
You
having
you want to move on to the next game?
yeah.
I remember having Alvin Kamara. I think it was 2 years ago, and Taysom Hill was just
Oh yeah,
Oh
that's
my God, Taysom Hill.
he would
Taysom Hill
score like
just
two or three
always
touchdowns a
stole
game. I'm
his
like, what are we
touchdowns,
doing?
man.
Yeah. Steelers and Chargers. This one's hard to judge. Herbert got hurt again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
I
tough.
didn't think he should have played with the ankle that he had, and then he got hurt again. And yeah,
It
because
happened.
yeah,
Um,
he got a high ankle, and they said he was playing. I've never heard of a high ankle not taking 3 weeks to heal minimum, but here we are.
He's just him.
the
He's a
question I
good
need to ask
wallpaper.
all four of you is: does the Steelers bench Justin Fields for Russ? Is the question.
Thank
I
you
mean,
for bringing this up. No, you keep him in. That I
I'm
feel it adamantly because I mean, just the way he was confident, he wasn't given a fair shake in Chicago. He had a terrible offensive line. His defense is actually putting up numbers for him where he's comfortable. I think you let it ride out. He's looking good. There's no need.
I think
We gotta get Pickens the ball somehow.
real. I
they're
agree.
gonna play. They're gonna play both quarterbacks.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna roll with one. I don't think that's in their best interest. They're gonna figure something out. I mean, Fields is really good at rushing, but he was good at passing in this one, so it just depends on how the game's going. But they're either gonna use them both or trade one of them because I doubt they're just gonna let one sit and do nothing.
I mean,
Hunter, what do you think?
I totally think they would just let one sit because they collectively are like hitting the cap for like 5 million. So why would you trade one? I mean, I don't get why you would. Just in case one gets hurt, you have a competent, I say that loosely, uh, backup. Justin Fields has played himself into Russ needs to earn it territory. Like it's not just once Russ is healthy, it's his job. Like Fields has done enough. I mean, they're 3-0, mainly because of their defense, but
Real.
he's played well enough to, it's his job till he loses it. So that's how I feel regarding that situation. On the other side, J.K. Dobbins back down to earth. He still got his carries, but back down to earth.
Mhm.
And might I add, Lad McConkey with leading the team in targets.
Shout out
Lad,
Lad, baby.
lad,
Pretty awesome.
Lad McConkey.
lad,
Although I will say it's a Quentin Johnson resurgent season.
For sure. He's looking good.
lad McConkey.
Bold take. The reason
Uh,
why I think they're gonna use both quarterbacks is if they don't, the other one's gonna get pissed off and stop playing. I think it's gonna become an issue if one of them. Well, actually, if they bench Field, I think Fields will take it better than Wilson will. If Wilson gets benched, I think he's gonna like just demand a trade because that was the whole point of him
mm,
coming to Pittsburgh. Um, yeah, or I don't know if he'd retire, but I don't think it would go over well if they just if he was
uh,
healthy and they benched him.
how old is Russ now?
He's like 45.
Yeah.
No, he's probably like 34 or something like
Yeah, he's
that.
like getting 33,
No,
34.
I agree with you, John. I could see him making an issue out of not playing. I
Yeah, I
definitely think
think.
Justin would take it easier
Oh yeah, I
because I
well.
mean I feel like that was the expectation all offseason was that he was just going to sit for a while and brew.
Mhm.
Also, it's been pretty cool. Injuries aside, um, I have a I have a friend who's a Chargers fan, and I told him before the season started, I was like, "Hey, Herbert is great, but he's not going to be in the top 15 of passing." And just seeing how this offense has operated so far, I'm right, baby. I'm
I
Yeah.
right.
like that.
Herbert is notoriously not great in fantasy. He's a great quarterback in real life, but
Mhm.
he's just not.
Yeah, he's never been
You,
impressive. Fancy.
Yeah,
you could probably at this point maybe even drop him and just feel and be safe.
Oh, I did.
That's my take.
yeah,
I
I don't think
dropped
it's
him
an
for
issue.
Caleb Williams in a heartbeat.
All right,
Caleb.
this game was interesting.
Oh man, my
So
take was so bad on this
I would
game.
have picked the Buccaneers 10 times out of 10
I think anyone would have.
to win this
Mhm.
game. I think losing 26-7 is
Yeah.
because I mean it's not even the fact they lost, it's the fact they weren't even close. Yeah. If I own Rashad White, I'm a little nervous.
Hunter called it, man.
Definitely,
Unfortunately, I hate
definitely.
to
Bucky
say
seems to
that.
be taking over here.
One, Rashad White is such an inefficient runner. Two, Mike Evans is musty.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right,
Busty.
Musty Mike. That's
the
his,
Really?
Musty
that's
Mike is
Musty Mike.
fun. That's devious.
Also, Javonte Williams should not be the starter, but
Tyler
you
Batty.
guys,
Real.
what do you guys think?
Javonte Williams.
I've never liked Javonte Williams ever since like I drafted him one year and he like blew out his knee. I avoided him
Who
since.
who should be the starter?
Tyler Batty.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it?
almost.
I feel
Batty.
like is it Beatty or
It's
Batty?
probably Beatty, but it's a lot better if it's Batty.
Tyler
Also,
Batty.
the whole game, the announcer was saying bidet. So
Bidet.
Interesting. It's not spelled that way.
I think it's
Yeah.
Beatty.
There's no way it's Bidet.
Yeah, so
But
I
It's
think
probably Beatty, yeah.
this is a great game for the Broncos, not even because they won, but because they kind of needed this success because they hadn't had any yet, especially with Bo Nix. I think this helps Nix exponentially. Um,
Ooh, John, that's
if
a big word for you.
if they, if they can keep playing like this, I think that they're a lot better than I would have guessed going into the season because I'm a prime Knicks hater. Nah, I don't hate Knicks. It's just I don't know. We'll
You just
see.
hate it. You just hate him pretty
Yeah, so
much.
you just hate Knicks. Cammy, what do you think about this game?
I mean, the Broncos started off hot. They got a pick early on to go up 14-0 in the first quarter. And then the Bucks were just playing from behind from there and never really got it going. So I agree that this was a very good win for the Broncos. I don't necessarily think it's going to be replicated on a regular basis. They kind of needed a big swing play to get that first edge, but um, yeah, it was cool to see. I guess I also would have bet Bucks 10 out of 10 times. So definitely a spread breaker.
For sure.
Little Jordan Humphrey.
Lil Jordan Humphrey.
with 8 targets, that's pretty cool.
Look at that man.
Portland Sun just consistently getting his target share. He's not a sexy player that you want to like start every week, but he'll get you his points.
He gets the targets.
Chris Godwin has been cooking.
Yeah, I just got a notification that he's hurt though. I don't know what
Oh,
he
really?
injured, but yeah, Sleeper told me that he's hurt. So that's awesome.
Rest in peace, the homie.
Dang.
All right, let's put the next game.
Real?
Panthers.
Oh, here it
Panthers.
comes the Panthers.
I think Hunter deserves his time to talk
The
about the NFL.
Panthers.
Yeah, I want to hear your thing on Bryce.
About Bryce, you want to hear about Bryce? Or
Yeah,
do you
I just want to hear your thoughts. I know you were saying that if they let him develop, it could have ended completely different.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers mismanaged this whole thing. They gave up all those assets just to cook him from the beginning. A guy like that, in my opinion, even if he's the first overall pick, let him sit until he's ready. Not There was no point in time where Bryce was the best quarterback on the roster. So why start him? Just let him cook, let him develop. but there's just too much pressure because he's the number one overall pick. People want to see the shiny new object that teams draft. So I mean, this goes into a bigger issue. But talking about this game specifically, um, man, I was grabbing Deontay Johnson late in every draft because nobody wanted to touch any of the Panthers players. And now look what happens when you have a competent quarterback throwing him. Not even a good quarterback, not even a great quarterback, just a competent quarterback who can play the game regularly. And Deontay Johnson, 122, 14 targets, touchdown. Same with Chuba Hubbard. Once the pass game gets started, you can run. So
Yeah.
I
I
think I'm just elated to be both a Deontay and a Chuba owner. So
I didn't want to touch any of the Panthers, but I did end up drafting Thielen very late, so.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, now he's injured.
But yeah,
rest in peace, the boy.
he is injured now.
Yeah.
He's on IR.
Shout out Thielen, man. 1,000-yard season with the Panthers last year, and then the play he gets hurt, he scored a touchdown. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what a play to
shout
go
out.
out on, I guess, right?
yeah,
Right.
right. Yeah.
Is there a Miles Sanders resurgence?
No.
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 2.4
If I've
average
ever
touchdown.
hated a running back more, it's stupid Miles Sanders, most overrated mother trucker of all time. The moment he was good that one season in Philadelphia, I knew he was going to get a contract somewhere because I knew the Eagles weren't going to take it. I knew he was going to be dog water instantly.
He
That man
was
stinks.
Yeah.
I actually think someone like Dallas could trade for him and do just fine. Because I disagree with you. I think he's perfectly fine. He's not great, and I don't love him in this backfield because in a couple weeks here we're getting Jonathan Brooks. So
True. I forgot about
I mean, I don't know why we're wasting time talking about Miles Sanders, but um, I don't think he's as dog water as you think.
dog water.
What do you guys think about the Raiders? Tell me about the
Dude,
So
Raiders.
my thought with the
oh,
Raiders, get
man.
ready. All right, their run game, don't touch it. Their receiving, really good as
Touch
long as
it.
Gardner Minshew isn't playing a quarterback.
Trey
I just want to
Tucker.
point out, I loved when they put Aiden O'Connell in the game. I will have you know, entering the fourth quarter, Jacoby Myers had one catch for 0 yards. Um,
Wow.
so if Aiden O'Connell plays or starts, you can flex Jacoby Myers again. You've heard it here first.
You think it'll happen
I like
again?
that.
Because dude, last year he was a flex every week, and that now Gardner Minshew comes in and he's a practice squad player.
Oh,
Practice squad player.
Oh, but it's not startable. I don't want 3 points a week.
I mean, to counter that point, all offseason, Antonio Pierce was raving for Trey Tucker, and now he's almost hitting 100 yards on in the air. So Trey Tucker might be a great waiver pickup, just saying, because you might be wrong about that Jacoby take, but I fully respect Jacoby too. So I would like to see him be, playable. Also, it's fun to see Brock Bowers completely negate your take on rookie receivers, even though he's a tight end. But
Oh,
he's
I
just,
love Brock Bowers.
but well, earlier you said that you typically
He's
do not touch
a tight
rookie.
end. That's a different position.
Got him.
When has a
wow.
rookie tight end ever been great? Okay,
Uh
Kyle Pitts. I'll take Kyle Pitts. I'll take Kyle Pitts.
yeah, I just like Brock Bowers because of he looks really cool.
All right,
Yeah.
I
great
don't know
announcement.
why.
Great opinion, John.
Yeah, I was more confident in the Raiders
Oh,
passing game than I was the Giants because I'm a prime Daniel Jones hater.
I will say I was taking Brock Bowers over wherever I could, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
Brock's
Bowers.
cool.
Oh,
Brock's cool.
I've been hearing Devontae Adams is a candidate for trade.
Yeah, I
But
don't think he makes it to the end of the season as a Raider. I don't think
I agree with John
his
on that.
career is coming to an end. I don't think it's like, in a year, but he's only got 3 years probably, I would guess, left. Um, as a good receiver. So I think he's going to want to go somewhere fast.
What do you think they could get for someone like that?
A lot. I don't think it's
I don't
Would
think
it
it's a
be
lot.
capital, or would it be like a player?
I think it would be some draft picks
I would
because
imagine it'd be picks.
if I forget what Diggs was traded for. I think he was
Diggs was traded for first. Oh, you're talking about to the Texans?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure.
I think it's a third. I'm pretty sure it was a third round pick. or fifth, one of those two. And I'm assuming that's what people are going to get. It's mainly about just trying to find someone that I know a lot of teams would want Adams, but at the same time, it does come with that contract.
They're gonna trade Devontae Adams to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Russell Wilson will come to the Raiders.
Oh, you could say goodbye to George Pickens if that happens. You could
Yeah, true.
say goodbye to George Pickens.
Yeah, I think Adams has been unhappy for a long time, and I think he was traded for one second round pick, if I'm not mistaken, from the Packers. Really, I just want to give the Raiders their shout out as the most confusing team in the league. I mean, they lose comfortably to the Panthers, but then they beat the Ravens last week. It's just can show you anything can happen.
True.
Honestly, their best bet is to trade for players because I've seen who they drafted and they're not very good at it. Um, so I suggest getting a player. So that's all
Fair
my
enough.
comments on those two lovely teams. Go
Yeah,
Panthers.
go that team. Go that matchup.
Oh, this is
Oh.
Oh,
nail biter.
Oh,
yeah. This game. Wow. DK Metcalf, I'd love to have him in one of my leagues. He rocks.
Yeah,
Um,
he's good. The
he's
Seahawks are 3-0.
yeah, the Seahawks are cooking. I mean, um,
2 game
Dolphins
lead in the West.
Dolphins need help. Dolphins need a guy
Dolphins
who
need Tom
decently
Brady
play
to make
quarterback.
Jalen Waddle and relevant
Exactly.
again.
Tom
So many
Brady.
receivers, bro.
I know you're feeling that, Cam. I guarantee you're
man.
feeling that
All I'm
pain.
saying is Tom Brady has actually mentioned about possibly coming back, and this is the only situation I can think of where that would work. Please,
Absolutely, I agree. He should
please
go
Is
to
come
that
back.
LA.
John's lock of the week? Tom Brady comes back to the Dolphins.
This is
John's
it. I
locked.
don't think he's not going to get another chance. There's not going to be a team that's in a situation like the Dolphins are right now. I mean, now they have Tim Boyle as their best
Tim
quarterback.
Boyle is
And I do not
horrendous.
think Thompson plays next week, from what I've heard. So
Oh,
Tim
Well,
Boyle.
Yeah, Cam, you having both Waddle and Hill is just it's tough.
you
Yeah,
know,
that's
I've somehow been able to go 3-0 in our fantasy league while owning Tua, Hill, and Waddle.
Which is crazy.
I did not try to do that. It's just how it happened. And then Alvin Kamara is my hero. So
Real.
I mean, Skylar Thompson, dog water. There's just no salvaging it.
That's just true.
dog
I
water.
mean, next week I took a look at it because I was curious. And under Mike McDaniel, when they didn't have Tua when he got concussed last season, they went 1-4. So
Yikes.
I mean, it's not looking too
they're
hot.
heading that way. The only, I mean, I have Devon Achan. I'm still pretty confident starting him. I don't really have many concerns. I mean, it's gonna be based on a matchup because all you have to do is shut down the run, and then you're
Yeah, I would
leaning on
I
Tim
would still
Boyle.
start him though
Oh well,
Right.
yeah, I'm never gonna
every
bench
week
Devon Achan.
unless he
Might as well
starts
play
doing
DK
awful.
Metcalf. So yeah, not a whole lot
Hunter,
else to say.
do you still feel like you're confident that the Dolphins like players will be okay moving forward? I know you talked about it last week.
It's true.
Confident, like you think they're going to lose the locker room type of beat.
In the sense that are you confident starting Dolphins players in fantasy right now?
I mean, guys like Devon, Tyreek, and probably even Waddle. I mean, yes, Waddle. I feel like if you have those guys on your team, you're starting them regardless. Do I feel happy and elated about it? No, barring maybe A-Chain.
True.
I think
I feel like
man,
he's the most appealing
for,
one.
for all those guys that drafted Tyreek top 5, it's looking rough. Um, I mean, he's one of those guys that he's going to get his targets regardless. So I don't think it's like panic button time, but I think it's seat's getting a little hot. On the other
Seat is
side,
getting up.
on the other side, first thing I want to say is, I'm always on the lookout for them tight ends that perform the
Oh,
the, the
oh no.
underappreciated tight ends. Noah Fant, shout out my boy, 6 for 60. Ah, I'm always in the year of tight ends being completely irrelevant. I'm always on the watch for guys. I'm always on the watch for guys. So Noah Fant is probably on waivers in your league. So if you're hurting like me, a Mark Andrews owner, go get Noah Fant.
Go get him.
Also, I want to say that with Charbonnet's performances, I'm kind of worried about what the split's going to look like once Kenneth Walker is back. Because I do
Uh,
think he's securely the one, but now that they know that this guy's pretty reliable, what's that split going to be? Is it going to be 70-30, 60-40, 50-50? I really don't know.
right. Going into this year, I wanted him as an RB5, like, because you get so many of those handcuffs towards like those later rounds when you're looking for your last RB to have. Like Tyler Alligator's a great pick around that time. I passed on him to get my boy Zach, and I
Just
don't
not even
regret it.
trying to say his last name.
No, I'm not going to.
Just Tyler
Just gonna say,
Alligator.
Alligator.
yeah, Tyler Alligator. And I didn't think that Walker would be hurt so early on. I know last year he was kind of battling some injuries and trying it kind of like was the starter a little bit, but now he's cooking. So let's hope that he continues to cook for my fantasy team's sake because DeAndre Swift makes me want to punch a wall. And
Oh my God. What are you supposed to do with Swift even?
I don't know. It's
Just
making me
cry.
upset.
Just cry.
Yeah.
Just cry and
He's always projected 14 points, and it makes me laugh every week because I know he's not even going to break
yeah, some
three.
players are just extremely
Yeah,
overprojected for
it's
some
so
reason.
stupid. But shout out, there's going to be a player I'm going to shout out big time for
Okay.
coming in clutch in my league. But that game's on a Monday night game, so we'll get to that. But honestly, I was really hoping the Cowboys would come back to win this because I had Dak in a league and he was cooking in the second half.
I mean, Dak still had a great day.
Yeah, he had a great day.
I think
So
we need a cooking counter.
I don't think if we do, I'm going to break it in the first episode. I'm going to get that thing to 100.
100 cooking.
This
But
game, incredibly weird. I mean, the Cowboys waited for the fourth quarter to do anything. Yeah, they scored 19 points
yeah,
in the
as you can see.
um, yeah, because I had benched Dak and literally three quarters in, I'm like, I'm a genius. Um, and then fourth quarter he goes crazy. But I did bench the Ravens defense, and I'm like, wow, I'm an idiot. And then fourth quarter came around, and it ended up working out. Um, yeah, I mean, on paper it looks close. I don't even know what happened in the fourth quarter that the Ravens defense just completely shut off. Um,
They had that onside kick recovery for Dallas.
yeah, that's true. That's the first one, I believe, with the new rules.
It is.
So, yeah.
Hmm. Dallas
Uh,
receiving.
yeah, Jake Ferguson looked great in his return. Very happy to
Jake
see that.
Ferguson.
11
Especially
targets
if
and
I
9
like have him
Feeding
in
you the
three leagues
guys.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to start this man, but I don't want to start anybody else. Like
I feel like Lamb's probably not living up to some people's expectations so
I know
far.
he was yelling at Dak on the sideline, so I don't know if the chemistry is not really like 100% yet. I don't think. I think CD missing most of the training camp didn't help at all.
Dude,
yeah,
last year he was insane.
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
my gosh.
I think CD's 100% fine. I don't think you have
Yeah,
to.
I think it's going to be insane.
I'm
So
not worried about him, but it
he's
just
I got to
seems
give
fucked
respect
up.
to another a fellow hunter. Hunter, how do you even say his name? Lipke?
probably. Look at him.
Number 40,
Yeah.
running
Number
back,
40.
North Dakota State. He's looking like a fullback out there. He's stout. But he on a couple of those final drives, he was out there, and I might have had some Zeke overs. Horrible choice. I get it. I get it. But so I was kind of hot that he was out there, but then I realized his first name was Hunter, so
You were happy.
then I got happy. Then I got happy. Also, for my lock last week, all right, Mark Andrews scoring. I think this week, yes, a dud sucks. All right, I'll be the first to say a dud absolutely sucks. He ran four routes. That I heard that he ran four.
Oh, what?
Yeah, yeah, he should be running four routes a drive, not four routes a game. That's insane.
Wow.
I will say, I think it was a lot of it was because of game plan.
Boy, yeah, you can
The
see what they're receiving.
Cowboys' run defense is notoriously horrible,
Hmm.
Sure. I mean, Derrick Henry was cooking.
which is why I'm taking Singletary overs this week. But it was really just a game plan thing. So I'm definitely shopping Andrews around, but I'm not fully panicking. If it's the same thing next week, count me as a panicker.
Got
Yeah.
you for sure.
How are we feeling about Isaiah Likely?
Yeah, that's tough too. Like, I don't know. Like these two tight ends for Baltimore aren't looking too hot after weeks 2 and 3.
I I would never suggest starting Likely. Like I think if you were to ever start a tight end in that offense, it'd be Andrews. Um,
I agree.
it's one
Hmm.
of those. Likely is obviously the second best tight end on the team, and on a team who isn't using their tight ends very often, I wouldn't want the second one.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but I mean, it's like Hunter said, it's obvious their game plan. I mean, their best receiver had 3 catches for 28, and then this guy had one, and this guy had one. So they were not throwing it often. I mean, he attempted 15 passes the entire game.
Hmm.
So you're
Right,
destined to not do well unless you got the magical touchdown.
for sure.
Dak Prescott attempted 51.
Wow.
So if you want any of these guys, go for it.
So what do we think about Derrick Henry?
Derek, I mean,
What is there to say?
like Hunter was saying, when you have someone going up against the Dallas running defense, start him. No
Hmm.
I
matter,
mean,
I know you're going to start Henry regardless, but I knew he was going to cook.
yeah, I mean, Dallas aside, I will say I've taken Henry touchdown odds every week, and it's
Mhm.
worked every week. So
Yeah.
I think he's a goal line menace. I mean, he's always been. So
Mhm.
I think while he might not get 25 carries for 150 every game, I
Yeah.
think he has very good chances to get in the end zone, so which will keep him relevant.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Lamar's always been the one to get the ball down the field, but like they always gave it to like Gus scored a lot of touchdowns last year in the red zone. They just need a big red zone guy.
Now
This
I
game
want to hear
was,
John's take on this game.
yeah, this game was funny.
So I have a couple things. The Niners are frauds. They choke, and their defense is overrated. But
They're
what I
not
will,
injured or anything, they're just frauds.
yeah, they're frauds. They're perfect. They have no injuries. No. Juwan Jennings is the greatest receiver to ever grace San Francisco. Um, no, but okay, here's what I'll actually say about this in all honesty. Juwan Jennings is a better wide receiver than Brandon Ayuk, and he should be the two. Um, Debo Samuel, I
Wow.
definitely think the offense is
Holy
totally
man.
different. I watched this entire game. Juwan Jennings did a significantly better job getting open, and he's awesome. And if you saw him last year, he had flashes of success. So rather than having flashes, let's just start him more often and give him more routes. Maybe he'll keep doing that. Here's what I'll also say. The Niners team looking because even though they lost, they still looked great. And they're missing Debo Samuel and they're missing Christian McCaffrey. And there's a reason why they were like favored to win the Super Bowl all the time, or at least make the Super Bowl with their offense. So that's why missing McCaffrey is really bad. But getting Debo back, I believe in a week or two, is going to help them. But letting the Rams come back is pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, they left the door open. And if you'll all humor me for a second, we've established there's no CMC, there's no Kittle, there's no Debo, right?
Mhm.
Take a look at Brock Purdy. 22 for 30, 292, 3 touchdowns. I mean, for all the Purdy haters, what more could you ask for him? Like
Yeah,
it's
Jennings in there helping him.
yeah, 3 touchdowns to Jennings is nothing. But I mean, his weapons were Jordan Mason and Jawan Jennings, and no disrespect to them, but
No,
I
I
mean,
know. Yeah,
it's not
I
DeAndre
agree.
Hopkins.
Personally, I'm looking for 4 touchdowns, so that's probably what I meant. What I was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
a little short.
Yeah, this game was it was funny. I did not expect the Niners just to I'm telling you, Kyle Shanahan loves to choke a lead.
Mhm.
Truly. Does it so many times.
So, two things for the Rams: T2 Atwell, wide receiver 1 season, and also to defend some of my older takes. Kobe Parkinson tying the team lead in targets. Just got to say that. Just got to say that. Also, I'm just curious. This isn't about fantasy because he's a defensive player, but is Jared Verse the lead for defensive rookie of the year? Because I don't know how in on that I am.
It's a good question. I don't really
Because
know.
nearly all the top like pass rushing rookies have like 1 sack. Personally, I want to go Latu on the Colts,
Yeah.
and I also kind of want to go Byron Murphy on the Seahawks. I think they're going to lean towards the record.
Hmm.
But I'm just
True.
curious if you guys have seen any of Jared Verse and have any particular take on that.
I have not really.
I haven't seen a whole lot on defense. I've just been paying attention to Joe Alt, who's now injured.
Joe Alt, rest in peace, the
Yeah,
boy. He didn't
Joe
die,
Alt's the
but
man.
he
Yeah.
was my one hope for an offensive lineman to win an
Hmm.
award, and now his knee doesn't exist.
I think the Chargers are going to be. I mean, all I'll say,
Cool.
Cameron Dicker's a great kicker, but he's now a free agent. Um,
I also dropped him in the league as well.
yeah, Chargers are going to be fighting for their lives.
Wait, is Alt out for the season?
No,
No.
no,
Oh, I was like, why didn't I
it's
see
an
that?
MCL sprain.
Oh, but
He still
okay.
has his knee, but it's on like 60%.
Yeah, that's tough. That sprain's
Also,
tough for a lineman.
Herbert is hurt, so that literally Herbert.
He
Yeah, okay.
practiced. He practiced today.
Who did?
Herbert.
That's shocking, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
I'm sure.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. They keep saying it's a high ankle sprain, and I'm like, dude, I've seen guys out for 6 weeks on high ankle sprains.
Well, I think what's going to happen is it's going to be like Trevor Lawrence last year, where he plays through it, but
Oh,
he clearly plays like
he's
just
Doo-doo.
he's
just made
poo-poo.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
Lawrence
poo-poo.
might still be hurt after what I saw, but
Oh, yeah, we'll get into that. I can't wait to rip Lawrence to shreds.
okay, this is
Rip
personal.
rip him to shreds.
Yeah.
What did he do to you?
Nothing. You'll see. You'll see on
All
the next
right,
next
Definitely have
matchup.
to see.
Chiefs Falcons.
Uh,
If you watch this game and you owned Kyle Pitts, you drove your fist through the TV screen.
It's true. That's what I did.
Um, Pass interference wasn't called. It's the Chiefs' way. Anyway, the Chiefs are gonna be the Chiefs. They don't really know how to lose games, no matter who's playing. Um, they made Carson Steele look good. Not that Carson Steele isn't good, but in 90% of offenses, he wouldn't have been able to get much production. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
I
Travis
will say
Kelce.
this.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, by all means.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, sweetheart. What do you got to
Go
say?
ahead, G.
Rasheed Rice is him.
Yeah, I was gonna get
Period.
to that. Roshy Rice is him and Travis
Holy
Kelce is
crap.
falling by the wayside.
Oh my God, dude. Rasheed Rice is awesome to watch. Because I have him, he was might be my wide receiver 4 in a league somehow. Um, and he's in my super flex league, and holy crap.
But
He
Juju's
is
gonna overtake him.
Matthew, I'm gonna ban you from talking on the podcast if you ever say that to me again.
Just do us a favor and throw yourself on mute and just don't say it.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
run that by me
Hey,
again
he
one
scored
more
a
time.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Hey, he's the future.
He's the future. He's the future of this offense.
That's so
You
real.
buy Travis Kelce.
I need to ask an opinion from Hunter.
Uh-oh.
Because I want to hear you say it
Oh,
on the
only
podcast.
Hunter. Okay.
Yeah, what's your opinion on Drake London?
Oh,
I need to hear this on the podcast.
God, I was so excited for Drake London to start the year, and he hasn't been bad, but it's
You were excited though?
it's becoming abundantly clear that he's completely touchdown dependent. So he's had a nice string of games, but it's all because Kirk's hitting him for a touchdown, and that's not going to happen every week when a competent defensive coordinator knows how to lock down a one. Granted, the Chiefs kept Bijan to 1.9 a carry. So, I mean, it's not like the Chiefs played bad. They played great, but I'm not excited to be a Drake London owner. I had such high hopes, but apparently Kirk Cousins just wants to go after Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny to me.
Like, you have these unicorns in Drake London and Kyle Pitts, but let's go to Darnell Mooney.
Darnell Mooney.
Not to say that he isn't good, because I liked him on the Bears, but he's not Drake London or Kyle Pitts.
He's also not Ray Ray McLeod either. So
So,
The third.
shout out Ray Ray.
Third.
Yeah.
what do you boys think of the game?
So I was a fan of Pitts getting 5 targets. I mean, I know it's not like a whole bunch, but for tight ends, it's just slim. Um, Literally Pitts has a touchdown without that PI, which is unfortunate. But the fact that he got that look in the end zone was pretty satisfying. He scored in week one. Hasn't scored since. I think Cousins only gets better with time. Um, I saw during the game that they were talking about how Kirk Cousins was dropping back so differently already. Because like in week one, the way he dropped back was totally different because he wasn't confident with that foot. And every week he's gotten kind of back to how he used to play.
Hmm.
Um, so I wouldn't like I would start London with confidence because Cousins has always just flung the ball, and I think he's going to continue to do that. I mean, he attempted almost 30 passes, which is not on the high end, but it's not like, it's not terrible. And they don't have a lot of receivers to choose from, as you can see, their short list of receivers that were thrown to. So the ball's going to go to somebody, and chances are it'll be London. I want to say Pitts, but honestly, Mooney's being a poo-poo head.
Real.
Um, maybe Mooney's better than I thought because he got a little hype in Chicago, but I was never really a big fan of Mooney just because maybe it was because he was in Chicago. Um, so
I think it
maybe
was because of Fields, but that's my take.
maybe this is the big Darnell Mooney resurgence. But if you're a London fan, you don't want to hear that. So I won't say that.
True.
Go Drake London.
Yeah, Cam, how are you feeling about Big Kirko?
I mean, you got to give him the ball when it's the end of the game. That play call at the very end where they handed it off to Bijan and got stuffed, and that was it.
Mhm.
The Chiefs did what they always do, and that's win close games. They built a dynasty out of it. Um, and really, especially against the Eagles, that incredible last drive that Kirk had, I agree with that. Should have been a pass interference call with Pitts, but you just gotta let Kirk cook. I mean, he's been playing incredible, especially when he's not even stanced like he was in week one, like you were saying, John.
Yeah.
When he's got comfortable and he has his foot behind him, you got to let him go to work.
Yeah, he'll fling it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Handing the ball to Bijan, who's averaging 1.9 yards, is certainly a decision.
Yeah, it was for sure.
But it was a
But
close
yeah.
game. I think the Falcons, like I forgot what team Cam said this about, but I think they're better than their record.
Mhm.
I think they're gonna string together a number of wins, and they're probably gonna be just fine. Honestly, I think they win the NFC South, lock it
Probably.
in. Um, so yeah, stay tuned. Kirk Cousins, big Kirk
Stay
Cousins.
tuned. I like that.
Yeah,
All
Falcons,
right. Now
Eagles,
my
Steelers.
favorite game to talk about.
This is
Yikes.
your favorite. This is my least favorite.
I wonder why it's my favorite. Holy crap. Josh Allen, let's go, bro. I know it's the Jaguars, but I did not see him force a pass like I usually do in the end zone and him throwing a stupid pick. Didn't happen this game. Great. Oh my God. I loved watching this game because I know James Cook didn't really do much because he didn't really need to, but like he is my saving grace in one league. He is my RB1 and I am content with James Cook. Like I love him. However, the the Bills receiving is always going to be weird to me this season because Shakir is looking like the wide receiver one as of right now. He's getting the most targets, he's getting the most yards, but I just hope he throws to Keon Coleman a little bit more, just a little bit more. Throw him another touchdown, maybe. Then I'm cool. But yeah, go Bills. I mean, the Jaguars stink. 0-3. They suck. So
That's not
go
unheard
Bills.
of.
Ray Davis getting 7 carries
You like
along,
that? I mean, you love to see Ray
alongside
Davis
James
with the
Cook.
touchdown
Sweet
too.
baby Ray Davis. I
Nice
would
little garbage time.
love to see him get
Yeah.
there.
I kind of enjoyed watching Mitchell Trubisky take the first snap and fumble the ball, but that's cool.
Nothing new there.
They didn't lose the fumble, but man, that was kind of awesome. Go Mitchell Trubisky. The
Mitchell.
Jaguars are gonna be what the Jaguars have always been. Not good. But I would not be concerned if I own Travis Etienne because he's very clearly leaned on and he's good. So that's a good
Mhm.
combo to have. Um, Christian Kirk getting 10 targets was the most satisfying thing I've ever seen so far because Christian Kirk the last 3 weeks has been, or last 2 weeks, no bueno. And Brian Thomas Jr., he's good. And
Real.
that's really where it ends for guys I would ever trust.
Gabe Davis.
Ever.
Give it
No.
up for Gabe Davis.
No,
Do
I
it for
think I
Gabe
think in
Davis.
real life he's gonna have some good use for them. He's gonna get them first downs or whatever the case. But I mean, if you're in a position where you have to flex Gabe Davis, you might just want to not open the ESPN app that weekend.
Yeah, he's a
Um,
tough guy to
Take a
rely on.
break, you know.
Yeah, take a lap.
Welcome to Madden.
I just started Gabe Davis last week.
oh,
Ew.
did you?
Did you actually?
You could have picked somebody up and probably had
I'm
him.
I,
sorry. That's horrible.
well, you
That's
know, Gabe
great.
Davis.
I would not
Yikes.
wish that upon
I'm
my
proud of
worst
you.
enemy. Hunter, how you like this game?
Uh, I think just by draft status, they're going to start throwing to Keon Coleman more. But I told you earlier this week, Khalil Shakir is double the targets, double the touchdowns, double the yards of the next leading receiver. So, in my opinion, he might be like a smaller slot guy, but he's the one. That's my take so far. The stats say it so far.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's TBD, but I'm liking having being a Shakir owner because I got him so late. So
For sure.
it's also nice to see Kincaid get a touchdown because I know a lot of people took him high.
True.
Uh, and go buy Evan Ingram.
Still on the Evan Ingram love. I love it.
You know I'm always looking for tight ends.
I
That's all I
yeah,
say.
the tight end connoisseur.
Ingram's gonna be good. Yeah, Ingram is nice.
Go Bills.
Oh, I think Josh Allen is safely in MVP favorite category.
Yeah,
Thank you. Because he is.
Bills are a
This
team.
game, oh my God, this game was fun to watch because Jaden Daniels is electric. He is so fun to watch. And it was nice seeing Scary Terry actually put up a touchdown for once.
Mhm. Luke McCaffrey.
And Luke McCaffrey was on the field. You love to see that. And
Almost scored a touchdown.
yeah, I mean,
You know,
it,
Zach Ertz quietly still being relevant.
Yeah.
yeah, he is.
You love to see it.
Yeah. I know you were high on that rookie tight end they drafted. I forget his
Oh, I
name.
mean, that's more of a dynasty long-term play. Ben Sinnott isn't the guy this year. I mean, it's the same exact, it's the copy and paste Trey McBride situation. It's Zach Ertz for maybe a year, and then they're going to let their tight end develop, and then it's going to be Sinnott next year. But this is this year. So, Brian Robinson is going to just shred the Cardinals on the ground. That's my take. I think he's going to have a great day. Uh, if not for this game, one being prime time, and two, him just being a quarterback, I would say Malik Neighbors Offensive Rookie of the Year. But because it's a quarterback award and it was a primetime win, it's Jaden Daniels is the Rookie of the Year favorite
Mhm.
right now. But I think Malik Neighbors has been the best rookie, barring Joe
For sure.
Altney.
Real. That's tough.
Man, I think the Bengals is the one team that's better than their record. They should not be 0-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
0-3 is absolutely insane for them.
Yeah. Because I mean, Burrow looked great. So did Chase. I mean, they were cooking, but they literally got outplayed by Mr. Former Sun Devil, who only threw two incompletions. So you can't get much better than
Not
that.
according to the internet. Apparently Joe Burrow sucks and he's a fraud, and he plays defense too. Um,
What?
yeah, I think if Burrow plays like this, they're gonna win a majority of their games.
Mhm.
Um, I have two thoughts. One, the Bengals defense needs to figure something out. I don't know what it is, but they need
Going to Cancun.
because they have the same defensive coordinator that they've had since like 2019 or 2018, something like that. And their defense is mostly the same. I don't know of any drastic injuries that they're having.
They lost their D tackle. They lost their star D tackle in free agency, so that's why their run game is so weak. So they're a diet Cowboys right now. Teams can just run all over them.
Apparently they can throw all over them too. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
apparently
But
their defense just stinks.
my my other thought is the Commanders are a lot better than people have them ranked as, I think.
hmm
Possibly just because they just don't have that much belief in Daniels right now, but it's time to start having that belief. Um, I think everybody played played well. I mean, their run game kind of got stopped. Eckler was doing pretty good slowly for a little bit, and then he got concussed. But
And ear laceration.
yeah, and an ear
Oh,
laceration. That's
oh
true.
man.
That's true.
Yeah, he's been ruled out for this week
Yeah, that's tough.
already.
I know how much you love Eckler, Matthew.
I own him in both my leagues.
That's
Yeah, that's
tough
tough.
because I
Do you
wasn't
really?
taking him anywhere.
Yeah, that is tough because I avoided him like the plague too.
And I started him. I think he got me like 12.7.
Hey, you like that
That
though?
was
Better
that
than
was half
zero.
half PPR.
I think the Bengals were who I was thinking of when I said the Titans take earlier. I mixed up my own
Oh yeah, they
predictions
did
with
only
the
lose by
Chiefs.
like 1 point to the Chiefs.
Yeah, and this was a weird game. I saw something like this is the first game since 1940 to be played without any punts or interceptions,
Yeah.
Oh,
which
It was
is
all offense, man. It was a great game to watch.
1940.
crazy, just
Well,
crazy. I mean, Daniels really showing up.
the even crazier stat is it's not even just this game. The Commanders haven't punted since week one.
And that's
So
Oh,
crazy,
wow.
dude. Daniels is
yeah, they
him. I'm
literally haven't
telling
punted
you.
in two
Yeah.
weeks. So I mean, if they keep playing like this, they're gonna move up that power rankings board pretty quickly. Arguably quicker than the Saints should have, but another conversation for another time.
Damn, just always the biggest Saints hater, and I love it.
Commanders are better than the Saints. All right.
My
Ooh.
obligatory, hold on, my
Ooh.
obligatory
Whoa.
tight end take. My obligatory tight end take is Mike Gesicki. Um,
Yeah.
and then dynasty take Eric All Jr. There you go.
There you go. You heard it here
The
first,
announcers
folks.
loved Eric All for some reason.
You know, John,
Because he's an Iowa tight end. He's
That's
bound
true.
for,
That yeah, they did mention
he's
that.
bound for greatness.
That's
Eric
true.
Gesicki's
All
on a
Jr.
1 year deal. So if we're talking dynasty, I'm picking up Eric All
Tight
Jr.
end university.
Eric Gall.
All right.
I hope
Hey,
you're right
if
about
Trent
Brian
Scott
Robinson
can get a
Jr.
touchdown, so can he.
Exactly.
real.
Andre Yoshivaz from Japan. What
Yeah,
a
he's
guy.
cool. Hopefully he doesn't keep doing as good
Oh, he's
because
from Japan.
I need this guy to do better.
Yes, sir. And I
Oh,
think T. Higgins finds the end zone this week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was his first game back, and for his first game back, I wasn't.
You weren't expecting greatness.
He also would have had a 2 point conversion, but there was a pass interference, but it's fine. And that's all.
Wow. Thank you, John. I don't disagree with your commander's pick. That's the craziest part about that.
Yeah, I mean, after saying this, I mean,
Give me Jaden Daniels every single day over Derek Stinky
I
Carr. I
don't know.
still don't trust him.
Carr's really
Wow.
Stinky car.
good.
Dude, I've seen it too many times, man. Like he plays good during the beginning, and then I'm seeing him throw passes in the freaking dirt come mid-season. It's
You
probably gonna happen.
you can't call Carr stinky after putting up 91 points in the first 2 weeks.
I can
Alvin
definitely call him
Kamara.
Stinky. I can
Uh,
Yeah,
definitely.
Griffin,
It's called
are you a pro NFL quarterback?
no. Yeah, I mean you're right on that, but
That's what I
like
thought. I'm just kidding.
Spencer Rattler's gonna still take over next season. Just watch.
Wow.
oh, now it's
Is
next
that your
season.
prediction?
I thought it was
No.
later this season. What happened to that?
Was it later this season? Did I say this season?
Yeah, it's
Let's
okay.
ride with that because Derek Carr is
Okay.
going to get benched by week 10, probably.
You boys want to hear some great news?
Oh,
Yeah.
what's your great news?
I'm fucking going to Chili's later.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's go!
Getting that side Caesar?
Come on.
No, you know what I learned? You
What?
can get mozzarella sticks tossed in sauce.
Dude, and it's crazy. Dude, Chili's is so fucking slept on.
I don't think it's slept on, but
So fucking good, bro.
I think everyone's fully aware of Chili's.
Everyone's so
People
slept
still
on.
sleeping on it. I'm telling you.
They're
People are like,
slept on
Griffin, you can't have the side Caesar from Chili's every day. And I'm like, bitch, watch me.
every
Let me
day.
get that. Let me get that 3 from me.
Dude, that 3 for me is literally the greatest thing
How
ever at
often
Chili's.
how often do you have the side Caesar from Chili's?
Seems like I don't go to Chili's that often.
You know, if I was on death row, my last meal would be a triple dipper.
That's so
Ooh.
real. Fuck.
We gotta all go to Chili's again.
I'm so podcast trip to Chili's.
Yeah, I think you might want to leave that Chili's segment in there. I think we got to show Chili's some
Okay.
love.
I mean, shout out Chili's. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, shout
Come
out
on.
Chili's, shout out Olive Garden.
You know,
Yeah.
Dan Campbell might be doing Applebee's ads, but the real ones know it's always Chili's.
real.
Griffin, what do you
Always
think?
been Chili's.
Griffin, what do you think about the garden?
I was just there the other day, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It
I
didn't
bet
make
it
me
was.
poop this
You didn't
time.
poop immediately?
Yeah, it was kind of strange. I was kind of
No.
expecting it, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I just instantly pooped last
Yeah,
time
I
I had
mean,
it.
that usually happens to me, but
Like 10 minutes, I'm like, I have to go really bad.
that's not real.
It's
All right,
awesome.
well, let's.
Awesome. Week 4 of
Oh,
the
yeah, I was about to
National
say, let's get
Football
Yes.
into
League
week 4.
tomorrow night, September
Now,
26th.
gentlemen, before we start talking about our picks, I have brought some data with me today.
Oh yes,
Oh, our
let's
records.
yes, give it up for Mr. Cam Bowles' segment on our fantasy football league.
So I've seen you guys make your
That's right.
picks over the last few weeks, and I figured, who's counting, right?
It's been
I
rough.
am. So I took a look through all the podcast episodes and saw how accurate the Sports Now podcast is. Do we really know ball? Short answer, yes. Let me get into it.
Let's go.
Wow.
So first of all, he's not here today, but shout out Trevor. Okay, let me just take a moment.
Shout out
He's
T.
only here for week 1. He only answered 12 of the 16 matchups, so that's awesome. But he
That's real.
guessed all 12 of them correctly. I mean,
Which is
What?
crazy.
can you
Yeah, he went
believe
12
that?
for 12.
For the record, he doesn't watch football. Like, he chose the Patriots over
I,
the
I don't
Bengals
know
and
the
was
last time
right.
he's watched
So,
a football game.
Probably the Super Bowl at my place last
oh,
year.
Yeah, maybe.
how incredible is that? Okay,
That's insane
so
work.
so I'll
Should have
start
put that
I'll
in a
start with
parlay.
John. Of the 46 games you have predicted, you are 26 and 20 with a 57% accuracy rate. Pretty good.
Yeah, you like
Pretty good.
that?
Griffin, you're 26 and 21 with a
Okay,
5% accuracy rate.
for sure.
Matheon, you're 22 and 16 with a 58% accuracy rate.
Okay.
And finally, we have Hunter, 15 and 16 with a 48% accuracy rate.
Woo!
Oh.
Man, yeah, no, I've been incredibly mid.
I'll say I've not made many risky picks, so
No.
You predicted the Raiders over the Ravens. That's pretty good.
That's pretty
okay.
cool. Yeah,
That
you
is
should,
pretty cool.
you should keep track of who has the best like upset call.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Trevor. Shout out
Yeah,
Matt.
I mean, Trevor was cooking
12 for
week 1.
12 is insane
That
off
is ridiculous.
off nothing. Like
And you
other
know,
other than intuition.
I've peaked at this week's slip before, and I don't think I'm going to do so hot either. But well, it's a tough week of
Yeah.
matchups. So let's run it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Honestly, this Thursday night game
Cowboys.
might go in the direction of the Giants, depending if Devin Singletary cooks the run game. But I still think it's going to be the Cowboys, though.
Yeah, give me Cowboys.
Primetime Dak Prescott. Stay tuned.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm gonna go Cowboys. I'm gonna go
Cam?
Cowboys.
Sure.
I will make it unanimous with the Cowboys. I think they
All right.
control neighbors a little bit and they fluster Daniel Jones.
All right. Five for the Cowboys. You like that?
Commanders and the Arizona Cardinals.
Great game. Honestly, this is going to be a great game.
Hmm.
Is it at yeah, so Jaden Daniels is coming back to Arizona. You love to see that. I mean, my former ASU goat.
They're gonna be
This
missing
game-
Austin Eckler, so
So Matthew's upset.
Game
So-
changer. Yeah.
Game to me is extremely hard because
go
looking
Cards.
what the Commanders did to the Bengals last week and knowing how amazing our defense is, this needs to be a complete shootout to win this game. So give me the Arizona Cardinals.
All right.
I love that you have picked them every week.
Well, I said go Cards too, so I'm also saying Cardinals.
Cameron?
I'm also going to go Cardinals, solely due to the fact that the Commanders have allowed the most passing touchdowns in the league with 9 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Kyler's been playing very, very well, and he'll continue.
Hunter.
This is pretty damn hard. I'm going Cardinals, but I'm not saying that confidently.
Mhm.
I'm like right there with you.
You know what?
Because Tommy's secondary is cooked. Cardinals D line cooked.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just
So-
lost
Justin Jones,
yeah, tore his tricep?
something like that. But he's out.
Owie. That probably hurt.
That was a
So-
big free agency guy that we got, and now he's gone. So
It's tough. This game is tough because I want to pick the Cardinals, but something's telling me to pick the Commanders. But we're still gonna make it unanimous. Go Cards, rise up Red Sea.
I would blame no one if they picked the Commies here.
Mhm.
Yeah, but well, ride or die with the Cardinals. We'll see what happens.
Saints Falcons.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Falcons. I have two thoughts. One, I think the Falcons are a better team in general, but the Saints are also pretty banged up right now. I don't know if these guys aren't going to play, but Kamara, I don't believe practiced today, or if he did, it was limited.
Oh, yippee.
And there's a few other guys who didn't. However, again, I think the Falcons are only going to get better as the season goes on, and I think the Falcons are better in general. So give me
Matthew.
them.
Hmm.
Wow. Really thinking hard over there, aren't you?
You know who to pick.
You can
Hmm.
see the gears churning.
Yeah, you really. I can see the steam coming from
I
your
don't. Do I think
freaking head.
Carr's gonna cook.
Yeah. Well, are you a car guy? That's the question.
I might be a Carr guy.
So, are you going Saints?
I think we're gonna go Saints.
Okay.
I think I'm a Carr guy.
Let's go.
This has to be the most unseasoned quarterback matchup of all time. Like, I would not want to eat dinner at their homes.
Wow, I like that.
The
So real.
the food is just gonna it's not gonna do it for me, all right? And with that said,
Yeah.
I'm going to Atlanta.
Yeah.
TL.
Big Kirko stay dripping. I'm gonna say Falcons solely because the Saints could not stop Barkley for the life of them this past week, and I don't think they'll stop Bijan.
Oh,
So,
they are.
oh,
Oh,
I agree with Matthew. Who
I
dat,
take it
baby?
back.
Let's
I
go
take it back.
Saints.
Yeah.
I told you what to do for you.
So,
I
me
got
too.
this.
You like that? Ooh, Bears and Rams.
But the Bears are favorite. Another lock for me right now.
Yeah, I'm saying the Rams here.
Rams, punch that money line in. You did put your rent on it. Well,
oh boy.
Stop. Stop right there.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
I'm picking the Rams. That's my pick.
Yeah.
Why is
I'm
that?
taking the Rams.
Better football team. They don't have DeAndre Swift, so they're probably destined to
Oh
get
God,
yards.
dude, Swift is so
You're saying
smelly.
you don't love the Bears offense.
I mean,
You're not in love with it.
I just don't know if it's ever going to be enough.
Hmm.
Dang, what a way to describe
I would
it.
also
What?
go. I'd also go with the Rams.
That
I
was
think
so sad, John.
Keenan Allen
is being
should
a
be
little
playing this
bitch.
week.
He's being a little bitch still.
He should be playing this
He
week.
should,
So stay tuned for
but
that.
he's like, I'm just gonna
Stay
sit out
tuned for
every
that.
week.
Cammy, who you picking here?
I will also go against the spread and say the Rams. I think they won against the Niners because the Niners made a lot of mistakes. And what does Caleb Williams do? Make a lot of mistakes. So,
Oh,
I have an update.
oh,
I'm picking the Bears.
what?
Why are you picking the Bears now?
So, okay, so Caleb Williams, he threw quite a few yards. Keenan Allen should be back,
should.
and they're in
Should.
Chicago.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I just feel like the Rams are gonna ram it out and not win this game.
Ram it out.
Ram it out.
Ram it out.
Well, I'm ramming it out over here because I'm going LA.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm still going Chicago.
Okay.
All right.
Vikings,
Oh,
Packers.
this should be a good
Great
game.
game.
Yeah, Vikings.
Oh,
Goes in with
They're
Lambo,
so
though.
quick and casual. Just go.
Vikings.
so nonchalant, John.
I mean, it's hard when the Vikings are 3-0 right now.
Yeah, well, the difference is one has Sam Darnold and the other one has Malik Willis. So give me Sam Darnold.
Well, Jordan Love might play.
Yeah, Love might be back this
What an
week.
No,
insane
that's
Yeah,
what's
kinda late.
dictating
Wasn't
it for
even
me because Love played amazing in the first game.
Not amazing enough to win.
That's true. That is true.
I'm still gonna take the Vikings though. It's Darnold's season.
Yeah,
Cameron?
the Vikings have two players with 4 sacks, and it's not even week 4 yet. So even if Love is back and he's hurt, I would be afraid. I'm sure he would be. So I'll go Vikings.
Hunter.
But wait, who'd you go, Griffin?
I was gonna say mine last.
All right. Well,
Look at you.
I'm going with the Packers. Go Pack, go.
Oh,
Go Pack, go.
And you know what?
Even if Love doesn't play, go Pack, go.
I'm agreeing with you because I was gonna pick the Packers.
really?
I
It's
am.
only gonna hurt. That's only gonna hurt your accuracy percentage.
And you know
Yeah.
mine is the best. So
As much as I love Justin
Fine.
Jefferson, it's gonna be the Pack. They're in Lambeau, brother.
Yeah,
Brother.
guess who beat them at Lambeau? The Arizona Cardinals. All right.
Well, they always beat the Packers.
like 4
That's
years
nothing
ago.
new.
Steelers,
John
Colts.
really liked that.
Steelers, Colts.
Okay.
We can turn this game off.
This is a game for sure, yeah.
This is one of the games of all time.
Give
Give me the Steelers.
Give me the Colts.
Oh,
me, I don't know.
Griffin, I saw you physically gag at that.
I just am not liking what I'm seeing out of AR right now, and it's not fun when you have him in fantasy and he's chucking ducks up in the goal line. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
He'll be good.
I
Look,
get-
he
I-
gets twice the amount
Oh,
of
so
hits.
you
No
think you're
touchdown.
better than him, don't you?
I hate you. You're so annoying for that. No, just TJ Watt is him. The Steelers defense is spectacular, so they're gonna.
Yeah, but the difference is the Colts are in Lucas Oil Stadium, and AR is going to play a lot better.
What do you think about the
Watch out for
Steelers?
Alex
Steelers
Pierce.
offense, though.
Well, Justin Fields just doesn't need to lose the game for him. That's all. Just manage the game, you'll be fine.
Will he do that?
Oh, well, he's 3-0, so I think he has been.
You know, my
Okay.
approach with the Steelers defense is my approach with Mahomes. Until proven otherwise, I'm going with the Steelers.
I completely agree with Hunter here. Definitely
Yeah.
Steelers.
You can't block TJ Watt. I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
I like
he is
the-
a monster.
I do like the Steelers here. We're 3-0.
Yeah, yep, I don't care. Give me the Colts.
Okay.
Great job, John.
Dude, stay
John,
tuned,
maybe,
dude.
maybe
Alec
this will
Pierce.
be a way for you to get ahead on your
Alec
picks
Pierce legacy.
percentage.
Well, he already did that with the Bears, so maybe he's getting double ahead.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Broncos, Jets.
Jets.
yep, give me the Jets.
No.
Jets.
I'm not at all
Jets.
swayed by Knicks' performance last week. Give me the
Yeah.
Jets.
Definitely Jets.
Is that unanimous? Is
Next
that all
game.
five?
Yeah.
Eagles,
Okay.
Bucks.
Eagles, Bucks. Oh,
Ooh.
Mm,
Ooh, this is a close
give me the
one.
Buccaneers.
Yeah, that I'm gonna say the Buccaneers as well because oh my God, they cooked the Eagles in the playoffs last year. I know it was last year, but the Eagles are down a lot of
Yeah,
players.
that was literally
A
last year,
lot.
Griffin. Literally last year, buddy.
So thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. So give me the Buccaneers.
buddy.
Technically, it was this calendar year.
It isn't
Oh
Tampa.
yeah, eat my butt. It was in 2024, Matthew.
It isn't Tampa.
Actually, was it? Wait, I could be wrong with that because was it a
Oh,
game? Was it a wild card game?
Oh
thought
shoot, it
might be
was. It
December
was in the
game.
second round. Maybe I'm wrong.
Might be a December game.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
got
I thought the
him.
playoffs didn't even start till January, but I'm a goofball. Here I am.
You are a goofy guy,
Being a
Joe.
goofball.
No, it was in January. So
Eat it, Matthew.
Is it-
Ooh.
Eat it, Matthew.
Woohoo!
I'm going Bucks.
Yeah, give me the Bucks.
I so badly
Wow.
want to take the Eagles here, but I'm going Bucks.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I mean,
God.
they're gonna be missing.
Cam, are you taking the Eagles? Is that what I'm hearing over there? With the oh my
I
God.
am, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
kind of surprised that all you guys are taking the Bucks. I mean,
Hey, after last week, Baker Mayfield's gonna cook.
I agree.
He's gonna be mad.
I do have Baker. I do own Baker, but I also love Jalen Hurts a lot.
well, just because the Bucks have given up the second most rushing touchdowns in the league with 6, and they're
Oh.
playing against Saquon Barkley, plus the Eagles won. I don't know. The Bucks just lost pretty bad, so I guess we'll see. But I'll take the Eagles.
Maybe Musty Mike has a game.
Give me the Eagles.
Musty Mike.
Give me the Eagles as well.
Thank you.
Bengals, Panthers.
Okay.
Well, clearly, there's just looking at the record. We know what team is better.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I mean, give me the Bengals.
I know I said it last week with the Bengals needing that must win against the Commanders, but yeah, this is do or die for sure. Because if you're 0-4 and you lose
Yeah.
against the Panthers, go to Cancun, book the flight, just skip to next season. So give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I just can't see a world where the Bengals are 0-4 losing to the Panthers. Um,
I'm
Panthers
going
don't have the
Cincy.
precious Adam Thielen.
they
I'm
got T.
going
Higgins back.
Cincy.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals too. I honestly don't think it's going to be close. I mean, it's not going to be a blowout because I think they're a much better team with Bryce not playing. No offense to Bryce. Stay tuned.
Stay
Um,
tuned.
Stay tuned.
but yeah, I think the Bengals are just they're a much better team than their record
It's going to
states.
be 70 degrees there.
Oh,
That's
Mm,
gorgeous.
gorgeous day.
Yeah,
Gorgeous day in
what
North
a great day for
Carolina.
football. I've seen a game in that stadium.
John, you've been in North Carolina.
Yeah, I saw the Panthers and the Jets
Oh,
back when it was like they were two of the worst teams in all
Yeah,
of
wasn't that the
football, and the
Sam
Panthers
Darnold
are
era?
still. Yeah, it was Sam Darnold versus Zach Wilson. Um,
Oh, that's so
they were
gross.
two of the worst teams in the NFL, and one of them is still one of the worst teams in the NFL. So big improvement for Carolina.
Yeah, the Jets are pretty bad, huh?
I will
Yeah, of
also
course.
Go Panthers. Keep pounding.
I'll also take the Bengals. I think they struggled in the red zone last week and had to kick 3 field goals and only made 2 of them. And the Panthers are god awful in the red zone defense. So give me the Bengals.
I love that.
Yeah.
Texans.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
agree. Give me the
Jags,
Texans.
Texans.
Must we waste time on this one? It's going to be the Texans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Texans.
And now
Sorry.
that we say that, watch it be Jacksonville.
But no,
Yeah.
CJ Stroud's gonna cook on this one.
Stroud's got to cook here.
Niners, Patriots. All right, Niners.
Niners next.
Give me the Niners.
Yeah,
Go Niners.
Niners could put in
Any,
the 70 minute.
anyone want to bet on Boston here?
Nope.
No.
Maybe Trevor
Oh.
will, but not me.
Whatever the line is for
Juwan
Denver,
Jennings.
you can bet the over.
John Jennings is going to go ham.
Even if it's like 90 yards, you can bet the over.
John, who do you want for Juwan Jennings?
You don't have a player on your team that's good enough for him.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Man,
All right, who are we going for this
who
one?
is scheduling these games?
This game is gross, dude.
If the Raiders play O'Connell, give me the Raiders.
I'll say Raiders probably. Go Brock.
Can we just take a moment for that sentence, Griffin? If the Raiders have O'Connell,
Starting,
yeah.
he's gonna cook. Trust me,
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
because he has
do-
Jacoby Myers in the flat,
Oh.
baby, every time. Every time.
God,
Cam,
I don't like this at all. I'm gonna pick the Raiders because I guess we need a 2-2 fraudulent team, but
yeah,
yeah. I don't like it at all. It's ugly. It's awful.
Give me them brownies.
yeah, I'm gonna pick the Browns too. I'm trying to think
The
of
Brownies.
anyone on the Raiders that I like watching, and I can't think of one person.
Jacoby
Crosby.
Myers.
That's Jacoby Myers. He's lovely.
John
Max
Brock
Crosby.
Bowers.
Max Crosby. Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Devontae Adams
Christian
when he gets the
Wilkins.
ball thrown to him.
No, I think this is the week where we see Adams pull his pads off and run across the field.
Dude, is this the
Oh.
Antonio Brown game? Real.
Man, the Raiders just really good.
Yeah, real.
Chiefs.
Yep, Chiefs. That's
Chiefs,
not a question.
Chargers.
You know, I'm glazing the hell out of Patrick. Just like
let's
just like
Chiefs by
Hollinsworth.
20.
Pause.
Chiefs by 20.
Now here's a guy.
Now here's a guy.
I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, give me Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Because they just suspended Derwin James, which is really cool.
Yeah, for that game.
Herbert's hurt. Alt's hurt. Isn't Bosa hurt?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, just gross.
wrap it up next week.
Move on.
I feel bad.
Cancun.
Bills
Cancun.
Ravens. Now this is why we watch football.
This is the
Here,
game of the
here
week.
we go. This is gonna be fire.
That being said, give me the Ravens.
Too bad I don't have anyone playing. I don't have anyone playing in these games.
Woo! He's going Ravens.
Yeah, I'll pick the Ravens.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Cam?
I mean, 5 touchdowns with 5 different players in the first half. Give me the Bills.
I really want to pick the Ravens, but the ball cap says it all. Bills.
Go Bills.
Bills will win by 10.
But
Derrick
Lamar
Henry.
is
Yeah,
pissed.
will he?
Josh
He's
is going to
basically
cook,
got
just watch.
Josh
to win by.
Allen is the GOAT.
Yeah, well, he's going to win MVP. So,
He's
yeah.
no Derrick Henry.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck trying to get through that defensive line, baby. Don't sleep on the Bills' defense this year.
I'm slumbering.
DeMar Hamlin has a pick, baby. You love that.
John was sleeping on them hard.
Well, I mean,
I'm
he can
still
continue to
thinking, I'm
sleep on them, but
snoozing.
they're 3-0.
Still kind of am.
3-0.
Yep, 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 yep.
Yes.
Titans,
Titan.
Dolphins. What a game.
What a
Oh, okay.
gross
This is
game,
a
bro.
Monday game, bro.
So
God, I don't
give me
even
the
Yeah.
want to pick.
Titans winning their
Yeah,
first game of the
I
season.
really don't like picking the Titans in any aspect, but yeah, give me the Titans.
The
Hopkins gonna go
Dolphins don't have
off.
a quarterback. I don't. I think the Titans are just going to squeak this one out and move on.
I think this could be a field goal type game, honestly.
Lest you
Mhm.
forget the same
Go
exact
back and
game
forth.
last year in prime time when Will Levis showed the world his cannon.
Oh, that's quite the sentence, my friend.
Before it got
Yeah.
leaked online.
That's crazy.
Well, we did talk about it last week, yeah.
That's true.
I'm going Titans.
Yeah, I'll play the Titans. I think it'll still be close because the Dolphins, outside of their quarterback, is super good. So
Yeah.
they'll move around.
The Titans are somehow the number 3 passing defense, despite being 0-3, and they're playing against whoever the Dolphins put up. So give me the Titans. They're due for a win anyway. So
Don't give me a good old Titan.
Now, here's the actual Monday Night Football game that everybody's going to watch.
Yeah,
It's good.
this should be
It's
a
a good
super
game.
good game.
Notoriously the Seahawks always beat the Lions. Like it's the same. Like this, the Lions always beat the Cardinals. It's the same against the Seahawks. Like the Seahawks always win. However, give me the Lions.
Oh,
Why would that be? However, that wouldn't that just build on your point that you just made?
No, because the Seahawks always beat the Lions.
Yeah, why would that be? However, oh, you said Seahawks always beat the Lions. I thought you
Yeah.
said I thought you said
No.
Lions always beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, no, the Seahawks always beat the Lions. I swear I've seen the last like 3 seasons. The Lions just get clapped.
okay.
But they are in Detroit. So give me the Lions.
I'm
I'll
gonna
take
go
the Lions
Lions.
as well.
I'm going Lions as well, yeah.
There's no Hawks truthers out there.
I love Gino. Don't get me wrong, but I got to root for my boy Monroe.
Give me Detroit.
Lions look good.
I'll
Give me
pick
both.
Detroit, but honestly, I could see it going either way.
Yeah,
The Lions run all over them.
this is like a cooler version of the Cardinals commies game.
Yeah.
True.
I like
Like
that.
it could go either way.
Very, very true. Well, that's week 4. Wow.
Heck
Great
yeah.
episode.
I
Yes.
picked some upsets. Go Bears.
I don't know if that would be called an upset, really, but
Did
Wait,
you
so
pick-
I gotta ask about my pick stats, all right?
Okay,
I have less picks because I wasn't there week 1, right?
that's correct.
What were the percentages again?
So,
I was 58, I know.
so do you want the record or the percentage?
Just the percentage.
Okay, so John 57%, Griffin 55%, Matthew 58%, Hunter 48%.
W. All right.
But
So
I
yeah,
mean,
you do have
15, so it's
definitely do have a smaller sample size, yeah.
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 You're basically 500.
Let's run it, boys. Good pod.
great pod, great episode. I
Sure.
mean, always a great episode. Cam, thank you so much for joining. You are an absolute doll.
Thank you for having me. Had a great time.
Thank you, Cam.
An
It was always a
absolute
pleasure.
doll.
An
We will be
absolute
An
doll.
back.
absolute doll.
For
We'll be back
sure.
next week for the 8th episode.
8th already, wow.
I know.
Big
it's
A,
time flying
baby.
when you're
We're
having fun.
making money moves.
We're cooking.
And any advice for anybody? All the picks I just made, you can throw that in a parlay and make your rent for next month. So
Wow, you heard it here, folks. Are we gonna get a
your
16
rent.
out of 16 time here?
remember, dial that number if you have a gambling problem.
Okay. Yeah,
Or
John, what's the
1-800
number for
I
gambling?
forgot. It's a well-known number though, but
You
something like
don't
that.
call that number?
No, No. Well, because I always win. So for me, I don't like mind games.
There's
Oh,
no issue if you're winning, I guess.
Yeah,
gotcha. I
exactly.
see. Okay.
I call the number to tell them how good I'm doing.
Okay, well, we're signing off, boys.
See ya.
Yeah.